comfort the afflicted and afflict the comforter. My job inside is to make sure that we move on what people are forcing us to do as long as it's morally correct. My job on the inside is not to test the winds, but it's to do what is morally right. Dr. King said, a genuine leader is not a searcher for consensus, but a molder of consensus. And I say that because we often hear people saying, I'm a builder of consensus. I find consensus. What they are saying is they do not have the courage to do what is the morally right thing to do. Dr. King was not searching for consensus. He was building and molding using the hard work it takes to find the consensus that is morally correct and just. We must take that courage and risk that many people don't want to provide, but they do want to celebrate. We need leaders who will forcefully advocate for progress no matter the political winds. I want to be the type of leader that does not go like this to test the wind. I want to be the type of leader that is creating the winds that people are responding to. Martin Luther King did that many times, even as he died fighting the Poor People's Campaign for sanitation workers and people saying that wouldn't work here. Even as he fought an unpopular war in Vietnam. Many people don't remember that. The ultimate measure, he said, is of a man is not where he stands in the moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands in times of challenge and controversy. MLK not only confronted controversy, he was at the center of it. In 1966, some data shows that he had a 32% approval rate. That came from some of his own people. He faced opposition all around, from his national opponents and his own community. But he steadfastly moved forward, even in the opposition of that war, and it turned out he was correct. We are in times of challenge and controversy, and it's important to see where all of our leaders stand. Marcus Garvey has a quote I also like to use very much, which is, look for the whirlwind, I'll be there. And oftentimes people know when there's something happening, there's something going on, I want to be there on the ground to lend my voice. I've never been a stranger to challenge or to controversy. Look for the whirlwind, I'll be there. We need people in government who can continue to push forward on progress, starting with many issues. The issues of homelessness in New York City, and housing in Rochester, gun violence in Brooklyn, gun violence in Syracuse, the relief of opioid crisis in Staten Island, the relief of the opioid crisis in Cortland. These issues are not unique to one area. We also need diversity in government, a government that represents the people. If you look at who represents our government, from the federal on down, from the president, the vice president, the governor, the lieutenant governor, the attorney general, the state comptroller, the mayor, the city comptroller, the speaker of the city council, they do have one thing in common. That lack of diversity means we are not being represented in the highest halls of government in the state of New York. They asked, what is the legacy of Dr. King? I said, doing what you can is what you have where you are. Yeah. If you can't fly, he said, then run. Yeah. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. That is the legacy of Dr. King. That is what we have to take away. How are we going to move forward? I know we can do this, not necessarily because of the dream of Dr. King, but because I am the descendant of a slave who dreamt of freedom. I can picture his old hands moving through time and grabbing my face and saying, I dreamed of you. We have to take our hands and move it forward to the next generation and say, I see you. I dream of a better world for you. I dream of a world where these issues are resolved, and we have to deliver that world to them. And I know we have the strength. I see it every single day, and I wonder, where did the strength come from? From a woman who's lost her son to gun violence, either from somebody who looked like their son or somebody who was scared of her son wearing blue. The pain looks painfully the same. Where did you find the strength? You say, it's not me, it comes from my loved ones that are making me push forward. Where did you find the strength? You can say, it's not me, it comes from the ancestors that push us and push us and push us. Where did you find the strength? It's not me, it's from the legacy of people like Martin. It's from the legacy of people like Malcolm and Fannie Lou Hamer and Sophie Scholl from the White Rose and Yellow Liaxella and Harvey Milk and Steve Biko and Nelson Mandela and Yuri Kochiyama and Patrice Lumumba. It's not me, it's that legacy. Where did you find the strength? It's not me. It's the pain I felt my entire life. And then I came to Salem Baptist Church and realized I was not alone. Where did you find the strength? It's the pain that I felt, and one day I woke up and said, damn it, I'm still here. Thank you, Lord. Where did you find the strength? It's not me. It's from the God that I serve. It's from the psalmist who said, I have never seen the righteous betrayed or the young people not having bread. Is from the person who wrote faith without works is dead. Where did you find the strength? It's not me, that's where you're confused. It's us, it's not I, it's we. It is all the people who are gathered here today. From black women in Alabama to the people in Salem, that's where the strength comes from. Lord have mercy. We got to keep moving forward. If you can't fly, he said, then run. If you cannot run, your job is to walk. If you cannot walk, your job is to crawl through that moral arc of justice. And on that last day, when the Most High calls you up in your last gesture, point the way for the next generation to move forward on that arc. So when they walk by you, and the last thing you hear is them saying, good job and thank you, I got it from here. Do what you can with what you have, wherever you are. That is the legacy of Dr. King. I take that very seriously. I've tried to do that the best I can in the New York City Council. And I feel it's time to do even more. All right. And so I was excited when Salem asked me to come speak today, because I thought it fitting after this speech to make sure that I announce that I'm moving forward. Amen. Today I'm announcing that I'm forming an exploratory committee toward the possibility of running for Lieutenant Governor of the state of New York. What I've seen is elected officials that quote Dr. King but don't move in his movements, that don't have the courage of Dr. King. One of the most common acts of protest is marching. Dr. King led marches in Chicago and Selma and D.C. Marching shows our strength when many are united in common purpose and our resolve to press on, to move forward, to blaze a trail where we previously could not go, but we know we have to move anyway. The people together will never be divided. The people together marching for what we hold dear, where we know what we know is right, marching forward on the path of progress. Join me in this path. Join me in the march for justice, in the resources we have access to, and the system that purports us to keep safe. Join the march for affordability in housing and healthcare and pay that makes this possible, and the hashtag #MeToo. Join the march for a New York and a nation that holds true to its promise of progress and freedom and equity. Join me on this path forward on this Dr. King Day. We will win this fight. We will beat the crazy orange man in the White House. We will move forward to the end and find the bottom of that arc of justice. We will be there. Thank you very much, and God bless.